Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday, all right? It's a Wicked Wednesday. Today's July the 8th. Okay, guys, I hope you guys are doing well mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. As you guys can see, I'm sitting on the floor, okay? I'm sitting down on the floor, so I will be doing your readings this way. I guess moving forward, okay, if I have some time to do it, on the table, I'll do that as well. But anyway, let's get started. Let's see what you guys might need to know for today. Even when it comes to like bookings and readings and stuff like that, obviously, for readings and bookings, I'll do like video messages, which is like you seeing the table, so you can get a better view. Photo messages as well are significant too. But just so you have an idea, all right guys, but I will be using tarot and oracle messages for this reading. Now I will be only using 2 oracle decks for this reading, and then I will be using my tarot deck. Okay, so let's see what you guys might need to know for today. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for July the 8th? What can you give to them at this time for July the 8th whenever they see this reading or message? And I think maybe I'll put this on here to kind of keep it leveled off, okay, so that it doesn't move around too much, because I have this stand that I'm using while I'm on the floor. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for, thank you. So first card we have here is the Six of Wands, okay? So with the Six of Wands energy, okay, I hope you guys can see the card. I wish it would focus a little bit better, but I don't think it will. But anyways, with the Six of Wands energy, okay, for some of you guys with the Six of Wands, you guys could be resonating with this energy. Okay, there's something about fire energy. So Jupiter in Leo, and right now we are in Jupiter in Leo at this time. Something to do with luck, okay, expansion, success in that sense. Okay, Leo energy talks about creativity. So this could be you stepping or jumping more into your creativity, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be your own creativity. This could be your own joys, okay? Releasing drama, self-expression, things like that are very significant, right? But you guys are enjoying whatever recognition that you guys are receiving. So even if it's not recognition, say for example, online only, like online is significant too, but there's other ways you can receive recognition, okay? You can receive recognition at work, okay? Receive recognition at home, things like that, okay? That is significant. So there's something about leadership or you stepping into something when it comes to like your confidence, okay, with the number 6, okay? 6th house also talks about, wellness, okay, fitness, how you service other people, your day-to-day, your day-to-day, what you do, right? So even when it comes to like how you support people, that's significant, right? Like you guys could have Leo in the 6th house, right, with Jupiter, and that could just show how you support people in your day-to-day, life, right? So solar plexus energy, take what resonates with this. This is also talking about victory, okay, financial success, but you guys are stepping into this new energy because of your hard work, okay? Your hard work, you being a perseverer, things paying off as well when it comes to you being recognized for your achievements, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Cups. Okay, so there's something about you achieving something new for those that resonate with this. Okay, so let's see what else shows up. And this card flipped over as well. Okay, so, oh, these are really good cards here. Okay, we have 2 of Cups. Okay, 2 of Cups energy. So take what resonates with this. This is Venus energy. For some of you, you may have your Cancer in Venus. You don't have to, but you may have your Cancer in Venus with the 2nd house. 2nd house talks about finance and things like that, right? Well, that's not the only thing, but that's just a few things, right? But there's something about your partnership. This could be about harmony and balance, stepping into new partnerships. Okay, for some of you, this is about unity. Okay, this is what you're attracting at this time with Venus energy as well. And this could be about close bonds and mutual respect with other people in your energy. So for some of you, this is about harmony and connection. And you are forming a deep and meaningful connection with someone who shares basically similar values as you, okay? Similar values, similar goals, even when it comes to like pursuing certain things, that's significant. So some of you guys could be joining forces with somebody else. Okay, again, this is about love, partnership, balance, cooperation, financial partnership. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Angel number 222 could be significant for some of you watching this. We also have 9 of Cups, so this is about you when it comes to your wishes coming true because of your hard work and dedication, you persevering. Okay, again, this is about achievements and pleasure. Okay, for some of you guys, this could also talk about, you know, a sense of emotional and material satisfaction, right? So this is about fulfillment. Okay, financial gain. This is also talking about being happy when it comes to you being content with the 9th house. Okay, 9th house energy is significant for Jupiter in Pisces. So for some of you guys, your Jupiter in Leo, Jupiter in Pisces, this could also be about your dreams. Like, say you have dreams, 555 on the timer. Dreams are significant, change is significant. Okay, this could also talk about travel. Okay, for some of you guys, this could be traveling, so movement. Okay, could resonate for some of you guys, but this is about your abundance. Okay, being grateful for, you know, whatever abundance you have in your life, emotionally as well. So emotionally, you could be very abundant at this time. It may not even just be about material only. It could also mean that you guys are abundant about, you know, who and what you share your love and energy with. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles. So again, there's something about what you're doing right now that's coming into fruition because you received a new opportunity. Either this is a new opportunity, new resources, a new connection could be significant because Pentacles talks about, you know, weeks to months. Okay, and so there's something about something happening in the next few weeks to months that are very significant. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy with the number 1. Okay, so angel number 111 and 1111. This is about building security and stability when it comes to your manifestations. For some of you, this is about you receiving something when it comes to you being abundant. Okay, whatever manifestations you guys have at this time, there's something about a new venture or opportunity when it comes to potential and what you're building at this time for material prosperity. So take what resonates with that. What I'm getting also from some of you guys too, it's like whatever wish fulfillment you have, a lot of people don't realize that your wish fulfillment is not just about material. Okay, would you like it to be material? Sure, but it's almost like going with the flow, and it's like whatever you receive is what you receive. Like, you don't have to be the richest person, okay, on the planet, or you don't have to be the most wealthiest person on the planet. Does that matter? Maybe for some people, but for some of you guys, it's like being content with what you have. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. It's like a lot of times people feel like when you say you want to be wealthy, it's like people assume that you being wealthy means that you want $1 million or $1 billion. No, for some of you, this could mean that you just want to be financially secure. Okay, to pay your bills and still have something extra left, to pay your bills and be able to go on a vacation, to pay your bills and still have money left over for food, water, gas, you know, fixing your car, whatever it is. Everybody has responsibilities, right? And so when you say this to people, people think that, you know, you only want money for just your, you know, I guess justification, right? Like, you want this money, you want all this money. No, I always say in my messages that not all money is good money. Okay, just because you have it doesn't mean that it's worth it. Okay, the things that people will do to get money, or the things that people will do to get rich, like quick rich schemes and all that stuff, is very significant. So being very cautious and careful about where you go when it comes to what you're making. Okay, not being scammed as well. Like, you know how some of those jobs online you see, they're like, oh, you got to, you know, work remotely. Sometimes when you see those jobs, they're not real jobs. It's just people trying to wheel you in. Okay, so that is why it's very careful for you to be discerning, right, when it comes to like applying for jobs or work or anything like that. And also being discerning when it comes to dealing with certain people, because sometimes people will paint a dream to you and make it seem as if that dream is so like grand all, and it's not, right? So we have Knight of Pentacles energy. Like I said, with the 12th house talks about hidden energy. So when it comes to like your hard work and perseverance with Taurus and Virgo energy showing up again, okay, something about you guys being grounded, and there's something that you guys are working on in the background. That is why this is hidden energy. Something that you're doing, you're working on something on in the background, and it's like because you're working in the background, people don't see all the hard work and dedication that you put into what you're doing. Now, obviously you guys are going to receive, you know, your success and, you know, your accolades and things like that, but it's almost like people expect you to show off and brag and say, look at me and look what I do and look at this. And it's like, no, you're very humble, you're very grounded, you're very practical, and it almost feels like people are always trying to compete in your energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, when you're literally just trying to exist, okay? So there's something about you being responsible as well with the number 12. Okay, this is about you being responsible or taking responsibility when it comes to you being dependable. Okay, even when it comes to you being diligent and reliable and willing to put in the hard work required for your goals. Like I said, you're willing to put in the hard work to reach your goals, or you're willing to put in the hard work to achieve what it is that you want. Okay, for some of you guys could be contemplating on certain things, right? When it comes to dealing with people, there's something about receiving clarity when it comes to dealing with somebody. And again, when it comes to your energy, it's almost like I feel like some of you guys wanted to give up, but then it almost feels like you guys found some type of like strength where you're fighting for what you desire, you're fighting for what you believe in, you're protecting your territory, okay, and also waiting for results to come in, whatever these results are. And then we also have the Lovers. Okay, I'm just going to cover this here, but the Lovers, right, at the bottom as well. So there is something about Wheel of Fortune energy, something changing in your favor. Like I said, when it comes to movement, okay, just take whatever that resonates, okay, when it comes to that energy. But there's something about your energy, like I said, where you guys are moving forward and you guys are finding ways to either deal or either finding ways to cope with the current energy at this time. But luck is on your side, okay, and it's because of your guys' integrity as well. Okay, so even if people look at you weird or look at you funny because, you know, you speak up about certain matters, or 1221 on the timer, you defend what you truly believe in because maybe other people may not see the vision that you have, so what? Right? Like I always say, sometimes I'm not for everybody. That's fine, right? If I was for everybody, then something would be wrong. Okay, but I'm not for everybody. Even when it comes to like dealing with certain people, places, and things, even jobs, right? It's like I could be very well spoken or outspoken at a company or a job, and maybe they don't like the fact that I'm outspoken because maybe I'm, you know, calling out certain things that they don't want to be called out, or calling out certain things that they want to keep hidden. That's not how things work. You know, it's almost like people wanting to conform, okay? But you're receiving, just like with the Six of Wands. Okay, you're receiving. There's something about Ace of Pentacles and also Six of Wands energy. So let's see, transformations, butterflies. Okay, so yeah, the reason why you guys are receiving at this time, you guys could be receiving a lot during your transformation, or because you guys are going through transformations as well, you guys are receiving. Some of you guys could be seeing butterflies at this time, and that's also a sign of change. Okay, for some of you guys, change is very significant. We also have rest. Okay, so some of you guys are resting more now. Anytime I see this card, I think of tea. Some of you guys could be drinking certain teas like chamomile tea, lavender tea. I want to say hibiscus tea as well, like hibiscus and ginger tea is significant. For some of you too, there's something about drinking less coffee. Even if you are a coffee drinker, there's something about drinking less coffee and starting to change what you drink or put in your body. So even iced tea, okay, even if it's not like a hot tea, iced tea is significant, okay? Lemonade is significant, things like that. You know, going towards more herbal things. Herbalism is significant. Some of you guys are herbalists, okay? For some of you guys, if you guys are trying to rest as well, tea could be significant, okay, with the present moment, okay? So there's something about you taking a rest, vacation, Okay, taking time for yourself is significant, especially if you guys are celebrating something, whether this is a birthday, because again, we still are in Cancer season. So a birthday could be significant, or just celebrating, okay? But there is something about divine timing in the present moment that's very significant. I'm going to see if I can get another card here. Yeah, clarity. Okay, and I mentioned this before. So this is definitely double confirmation that you guys are receiving clarity in the present moment. Okay, when it comes to like what you're receiving right now. Some of you guys are going through transformations, and you guys know this because you guys are receiving clarity about something. Okay, we have cosmic flow. The reason why you guys are receiving clarity is because you're receiving clarity because you're going with the flow of the universe. Okay, we also have seasons. So while you're going with the flow, it's like you could be going through a season of change, and you guys are going with the flow with that change. Okay, it's like you're not going against the grain. You know how some people want things right away, they want it right now, they can't wait, and then here's you guys who are taking your time, going with the flow, waiting, allowing divine to give you the answers or the keys or whatever that it is that you need to move forward. That is the reason why you guys receive. It's because you guys are patient and you wait. Okay, you're not rushing things, you're not forcing anything. It's like me, I do readings, but guess what? Not everybody's gonna like me. Okay, I'm gonna have people who like me or that mess with me or rock with me, and I'm gonna have some people that may look at me and say like, oh, this girl thinks she knows it all, or just assumptions, right? And it's like, I don't care. That is why in my readings I always say never judge a book by its cover, because just because somebody looks a certain way, speaks a certain way, acts a certain way, doesn't mean you know them. Okay, and a lot of times people don't realize, because you don't say certain things out loud specifically to whoever it is that you're speaking with in that moment, it's almost like people act like you don't see through what they're saying or what they're doing. And sometimes you just have to let people be. Okay, like if I was supposed to respond to every single thing that I didn't like that somebody said, guess what? It would be a headache for me. Okay, and some of you guys could be like that. You guys could be just letting things go. Okay, letting things just flow, and let the universe deal with whoever needs to be dealt with in that moment, right? So there's something about seasons changing. There's something about going with the flow. Maybe you guys could have had a bad season, and then all of a sudden your season changes and turns around, and everything starts to be flowing in and working out in your favor. Okay, you know what I mean, guys? Like, not everybody's gonna have a good season, not everybody's gonna have a bad season, not everybody has a bad season. Okay, and vice versa. So we have play, okay, and then we also have here inspiration. Okay, so if you are somebody that's in a playful energy, you are showing up as someone who's very whole at this time, or just showing like a lot of wholeness in this moment. And there's also another card under here that says you are enough. Okay, spirit wants to know that you are enough, and even with you going into introspection, there's a reason why you see a lot of things very differently. So there's something about your perception that is very different, or your perception could be changing. Okay, and that's significant too. Okay, but you inspire other people that it's okay to be playful, it's okay to be in your childlike energy, it's okay, right? Like, people are really miserable. Yeah, we have sadness. Okay, like I said, receiving clarity. Somebody could be sad in your energy. And you know what, too? Even if this is not your guys' energy, like say maybe you were sad, maybe you had a season of sadness, okay? And that sadness is changing into happiness because now you're in a new energetic frequency where you're in flow, you're feeling whole. Now, there's something about you being playful or being in this playful energy. I feel like you're very selective of who and what you're very playful and where you're playful when it comes to people, places, and things. Do I blame you? No, I don't blame you. You're allowed to do that, okay? But the reason why I'm saying this too is because someone in your energy could have sadness. Like, when people project their energy onto you, somebody could be sad because of the fact that you received clarity about a situation with them. And I mentioned this a few days ago in one of my readings where I said, you could be minding your business and you could have found out information from someone else where it's like you're minding your business and then you mention something about a situation with an individual, and then they say to you, yeah, this person says that you no longer talk to them. And it's like, well, there's a reason why I don't talk to them, and these are the reasons why. So it's almost like somebody was trying to play a victim or trying to victimize themselves in a situation, and that is why you found clarity and you moved on. Because it's like, how dare you be sad in my energy or play sad or play the victim when you were the one that caused most of the animosity, the rift, the drama, the chaos, the disruptions, things like that. And because you played the game better than them, chess is significant too. You played the game better than them. You were more strategic than them. It bothers them, okay? Protection. Okay, so you guys are protected at this time. So someone is sad because your energy is very protected at this time. You could be protecting yourself right now at this time. Your energy is very protected at this time. And as you're going through your season of change, okay, and especially if you're going through a good season of change, somebody is seeing this about you, and that is why they're in their feelings, because you probably cut them off, you blocked them, you did whatever you needed to do to protect your peace, okay? Yeah, we have caution, okay? So yeah, you're being very cautious about who and what you have in your energy, and that is significant. And I did say this before that card came out, okay? Yeah, confidence. Somebody is sad because you're confident in yourself. It's like, so because you're confident doesn't mean that you treat people the way you treat them. Just because someone is confident doesn't mean that you try to break them down and make them feel like you, okay? So that's confirmation too. It's like you're confident in yourself. You're not sad, you're not mopey. Even if you're going through hard times, you still show up for yourself in a very positive, happy-go-lucky vibe. 2112 on the timer just now. I'm gonna get one more card. And then we also have, yeah, love is significant. And then we also have anger, okay? So that is why someone is also sad and angry, is because you're protecting your heart, you're protecting your love, okay? You found self-love. You're not bending over backwards for people, or you're not being a people pleaser, okay? Even if you were a people pleaser a few weeks ago, months ago, years ago, someone is in their feelings because they cannot try to manipulate the situation or you any more longer, okay? Yeah, movement, okay? Because you're moving forward, you're moving on, okay? And illumination. So that's too bad for them, whoever this is, okay? Like I said, someone tried to disrupt your energy or your peace. You've surrendered to, you know, source, and, you know, you rejected whoever this energy was. Ghosts are very significant, okay? And then we also have consciousness, right? And then we also have stop. So like I'm saying, you guys stopped dealing with somebody. You cleansed your energy, whoever this I'm talking to, okay? And then happiness is very significant. And you know why you guys are happy is because you reflected on the situation. And it's not that you reflected on a situation for one day. You reflected on a situation literally day in and day out, day in, day out. Like every single day you sat down with yourself and was introspective and said, why does this keep happening? Or why does this person keep treating me like this? Or why does the energy feel like this? And you finally put two and two together and realized that the reason why is because this person is unhappy. Okay, you isolated yourself once you figured out what the situation was. Okay, and that is why you're able to move forward. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna end it here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just leave it alone, but keep shining your light like the card says, right? The card that I'm talking about is the illumination card, okay, and the movement card. Regardless of how people make you feel, if people are angry, if people are bitter, miserable, because you know misery loves company, okay? Whatever this energy is, regardless of how people feel or how people, you know, show up, that's on them, okay? A lot of times people want you to bend over backwards for them, or because they're older than you, they want you to be the bigger person. No. As an adult, if you are younger than somebody and someone is older than you, yes, we are all mature. We all have to be mature and act mature. But at the same time, there is no reason for someone who has a lot of years of experience, who tries to make it seem as if you're the problem, especially if you're somebody who minds your business. Allow them to be in their feelings. Let them be angry. Let them be frustrated because you're moving forward, okay? And you're shining, okay, guys? So I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates. I love you guys. I hope to see you guys in the next reading. And again, thank you for reposting, liking, sharing, commenting, things like that. Follow me, of course, on YouTube and TikTok. And everything's in the video description below. All right, guys? I love you so much. Thank you so much again. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.